YouTube channel. Today we are going to see chapter 7 quadratic equation. Of this chapter is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 where a, b, c are real numbers and a should not be equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation in the variable x. You can also use any other variable y square y or constant term or any of the alphabet letter from a to z, right? This is what the general form of the quadratic equation, which is what ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, right? A number alpha is the root or solution of the equation, that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 if it satisfies it, that is if a alpha squared plus b alpha plus c equals 0, then we call this alpha as the root of the given equation. So already I have told you in the previous first point, you can use any of the variable a to z. Also another mathematical terms alpha, beta, gamma can also be used in this expression, right? Here alpha is a mathematical term, right? Here the last step, a quadratic equation can be solved by factorization and then by using zero product rule. That is most important. This factorization you already have learned in your previous chapter, right? Next we will go to the exercise part, that is exercise 7. Now we will go to the exercise, which is what exercise 7. First question number, that is first subdivision. The question is x squared minus 11x plus 30 equals 0. Okay. So here what is the rule of the quadratic equation? Ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers. So here real means it may the number, it may be a fractional number or positive number or negative number, but the coefficient of x squared should not be equal to 0. It is in the condition. Okay, the right hand side it is equal to 0. This is the general form of the quadratic expression. Okay, quadratic equation, because equal to symbol if you use means we have to say it is a quadratic equation. Okay, the next step here, the left hand side we want to factorize this one. So using zero product rule we are going to solve this one, since the right hand side is equal to 0. Okay, by using the zero product rule we are going to find the roots of the given equations. Already how we have studied in the factorization, same like we are going to factorize the left hand side down. Okay, first let us check the coefficient of x squared here, which is what 1, and the constant term, which is what 30. Okay, I am going to use I method here. So the product I am going to write here, that is 1 into 30 equal to 30, right? This one, and the middle term, that is what? The splitting part, that is sum of the term, which is what? Minus 11. Okay, so the main content here is we want to split the middle term into two parts, so which should satisfy the product as well as the sum. Okay, so 30, how we can do it? Okay, 6 and 5. 6 5s are 30, right? But here minus 11, so we have to use minus for both the numbers. So minus 6 into minus 5 becomes plus 30. Then minus 6 minus 5, if you add that two, will be getting minus 11. Okay, the middle part I am going to split it. So which is what? The left hand side. So which implies x squared minus 6x minus 5x plus 30 and equal to 0. Just we are writing it. Either you can write 5x and 6x, in any way you can write it. Okay. So next we are going to separate this into two parts. I am going to split this 4 into 2. So taking the common this 2, I am going to write here this 2, x is common, just I am writing x here. Then remaining x squared by x, divide this by x, first term, you will be getting x. Then here minus sign, put minus sign there. Then next term is 6x, divide that by the common term, which is what? X. 6x by x becomes 6. Then what is the sign used here? You write the same sign here. Then in this which can be taken common, for 5 and 30 the common factor is 5. So I am taking 5 common. Then next use bracket. The first term here is 5x and here 5. Divide 5x by 5, you will be getting x. Okay. Then next minus sign as it is I have written. Then here next opposite sign. So we want to use opposite sign here to get this plus. So if you put minus, minus into minus becomes plus. Then this 30 we have to divide by 5, you will be getting 6, which is equal to 0. So right hand side 0 means we call this as zero product rule. Okay. Then next So in this, this has become two terms. Here this is one term and this is one term. In this two, x minus 6 is common. Just I am writing x minus 6. Then what is that term left here? If you divide this term by x minus 6, x will be there. If you divide this term by x minus 6, and then minus 5 will be there with the sign that is most important, which is equal to 0. Then next, so using zero product rule, we are going to make this using zero product rule. Left side we have factorized using factorization using zero product rule. What we are going to do here is either the solution will be x minus 6 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equals 0. That is x equal to this minus 6 goes to that side become plus 6, or x is equal to minus 5 goes to that side become plus 5. So therefore the solution is x is equal to 6 or 5. If we substitute 6 or 5 in this, it will satisfy the condition, right? So positive 6 and positive 5, because minus 6 goes to that side to become plus 6 and minus 5 goes to that side to become plus 5. So this how we are making using zero product rule. This reason is very, very important for solving this one. Okay. So for example, I am telling you one thing. Just there are two variables. Suppose if you are multiplying which are equal to 0 means how many ways this can be written? You will be keeping a here and will be taking this b to this side, it will become 0, right? Same like that. If we keep b here and if you take this a to that side, then you will be getting b equal to 0 by a, which is equal to 0, right? Either a becomes 0 or either b becomes 0. If we keep a here, then that will be equal to 0. If we keep b here, that will be equal to 0. This is what the zero product rule. That is the step we have used here for solving this one. Okay. Next, we will proceed with the question number 2, first subdivision. Okay. So the question is 2x square minus 5x equals 0. Right. So this is the quadratic form, but there is no constant term used here. This is a quadratic form. The highest degree 2, if it is there, it is a quadratic equation. If the highest degree of the expression is not 2 means, then it is not a quadratic equation, right? Okay. Then here already it is the higher degree here is 2, so it is in the quadratic form. So I am going to take common in this 2. So which is what? X. What is remaining? 2x square by x. If you divide the first term, divide by x, will give you 2x. Then next, what is the sign used here? Here minus, here plus. So put the minus sign here. Then 5x by x becomes 5. So which is equal to 0. Okay, the same like that, two product terms. So it is factorized now. Okay, here left hand side we have factorized. So there are two factors used here. So which implies by using zero product rule. Using zero product rule, how we can get the solution? X equals 0 or 2x minus 5 equals 0. So here which implies 2x equals 5. Then x equals 5 by 2. So one value here is x equals 5 by 2 and one value here x is equal 0. Because if you keep x here, if you take that to this side denominator, the x value becomes 0, right? Therefore the solution is zero or 5 by 2, right? Next question is question number 3, first subdivision. The question is 6 plus x equals x square, right? So the highest degree x square it is given there, but it is not in the order ax square plus bx plus c. The first main thing we want to convert that, we want to make that into quadratic expression, which is what? Ax square plus bx plus c order, right? Okay. So here already x square is in the positive, it is the positive sign. So now we are going to take all this to that side. So which can be written as 0 equals x square. This then plus x goes to that side become minus x. Then plus 6 goes to that side become minus 6, right? Then totally we can change it without changing the sign, left to right and right to left. So which will become x square minus x minus 6 equals 0. Then very simple. Then by factorization, so using factorization to the left side, right? We are going to factorize this one. So this here the coefficient x square is 1 and here is minus 6. So 1 into minus 6 becomes minus 6. The middle term, the splitting term, which is what? Minus 1. This is what? Sum of the term, and this is what? The product of the term. Okay. So how we can split this one? Take out 6 alone, then 2, 3. Right? 2 3s are 6. If you multiply, we are getting that one. If we subtract, we are getting here 1. But we have to put minus sign for the greater number to get the negative 1 here. Right? 2 into minus 3 equals minus 1. Okay. So which implies we are going to split the middle term by using these numbers. So which can be written as x squared plus 2x minus 3x minus 6 equals 0. Here x term only we are splitting. So don't write number alone. You have to use the x variable here. Right? Then next, so we are going to make this into two parts. Here which implies in this 2 I am taking x common. Then x square by x becomes x. Then here what is the sign used here? Plus. Then 2x by x becomes 2. Then next. So here what is the sign used here? Just write the same sign here. Then in this 2 what can be taken common? 3. So I am taking 3 common. Then next using bracket. So I am going to divide this 3x by 3 where we will be getting x. So same sign means we have to put opposite sign here. Okay, because minus into plus becomes minus. We want to check it by multiplying this term to the previous term, right? Okay. Then 6 by 3 becomes 2, which is equal to 0, right? So this 2 are equal. So which implies x plus 2 into x minus 3 equals 0 we will be getting. Clear? Then by using zero product rule, what we will be getting? Which implies x plus 2 equals 0 or x minus 3 equal to 0. That is zero product rule. You are using zero product rule. Right? Okay. So which implies x equals minus 2. Plus 2 goes to that side become minus 2. Then x equals plus 3. Right? Therefore the solution is x equals minus 2 or 3. Right? This is what the solution of this quadratic equation. Your next question is question number 4, second subdivision. The question is 4x squared plus 15 equals 16x. Okay. So before finding the root of the quadratic equation, we have to check whether the given equation is in the quadratic form. Yes, the first thing we want to check like that. But here previous sum also we have checked and we have arranged the quadratic expression. And here also see here 4x squared, the next term is that side, the constant is here. We want to bring the x term to here in the quadratic form. So what we have to do here, that 16x comes to this side will become 4x squared minus 16x. Then write on the constant term here. This is most important step. The first thing we have to make this in the quadratic form. Make the given expression in the quadratic form if it is not in the quadratic form. Right? Okay, 4x squared, that plus 16x comes to the side, it will become minus 16x. Then plus 15 equals 0. Okay. Next, I am going to use the I method here. That is coefficient of x squared and the constant term. If you multiply, what you will be getting? 60. 4 into 15, which is equal to 60. The middle term, minus 16. So the coefficient of x squared and the constant term, we call it as product, and the middle term we call it as sum. Okay, the product of the term and the sum of the term, right? Okay. So next row, what we are supposed to do here is the 60. Okay, we know very well 10 6 60 and 10 plus 6 16. Okay, if you put both minus, okay, what are the two numbers if we take? It should satisfy the condition of both multiplication and the addition also. Okay, 10 minus 10 into minus 6, that is minus into minus becomes plus, 10 into 6 60. So it satisfies the product rule. Then sum minus 10 minus 6, it is equal to minus 60. So these two numbers satisfies both product as well as the sum. So we are going to split the middle term into this number, right? So which can be written as 4x squared minus 10x minus 6x plus 15 equals 0, right? Okay. Next, I am going to take this 4 terms into 2. Going to make this 4 terms into 2. by taking the common in each outside. So which can be here in this 4x square and 10x. I am going to take 2x. The common factor for 4 and 10, 2 we know very well. And the x square and the x. X is the common factor. The lowest power of the variable only will be the common factor. We know very well. Already you have learned this in a factorization chapter. Alright. For 4 and 10, 2, then x square x, x. Right? Then first term 4x square I am going to divide this 4x square by 2x. So what will be left? First take out number alone. 4 by 2 equals 2. X square by x equals x. Then number. What is the sign used here? Put the same sign here. Then 10 by 2, 5. X by x 1 only. No need to put the 1. Just write as it is. Then what is the next sign used here? Just use the same sign. Okay, next in the 6 and 15, okay, the 6 and 15 also common factor can be used. 3 is a common factor for 6 and 15, you know very well if you are thorough with your divisibility rule as well as multiplication, right? Okay, 6, 15, the 3 is the common factor. So x is not there here, so only 3 alone we are taking. Use bracket, then divide the first term 6x by 3. You will be getting 2x, that is 6 by 3 equals 2, then x we are writing as it is. Then opposite sign means we have to put opposite symbol only, okay, minus here plus. So if you use minus only, see here we have to check out the previous step. Minus into plus is minus, then minus into minus is plus, right? Okay. Then this is the last term which is what 15, divide that 15 by 3 and you will be getting 5. So which is equal to 0, right? So this has become 2 terms now. So in this 2 terms, 2x minus 5 is common, right? I am writing the 2x minus 5. Then I am going to divide this by this one, okay? This 2x into 2x minus 5, if you divide by 2x minus 5, then what will be left? 2x will be there. The same thing if you divide by this one, you will be getting minus 3, right? Which is equal to 0. Okay, then by using 0 product rule, so which implies 2x minus 5 equals 0 or 2x minus 3 equals 0. That is 0 product rule. This itself we have to write, right? 0 product rule. Right. So and then this becomes 2x equals just number one we are taking to other side to find the this variable value. So we have to keep this variable to one side and number to other side. This minus 5 goes to that side. It will become plus 5. Right. Then this 2x, keep x alone here. Here it is in the numerator part, in the product. So if it, the left hand side, any other side, if it is the product means other side it goes means it goes to the division part, which is what denominator part here. That is x equals 5 by 2, right? Here the same like this, 2x will be keeping here, that is x term here. This minus 3 goes to that side become plus 3. Then which implies x equals 3 by 2, right? This is what the solution. Okay, so therefore the solution is x equals 5 by 2 or 3 by 2. Okay, this is the solution of this particular quadratic equation. Okay. We will move to the next question. Okay. So your next question is question number 5, second subdivision. The question here is x plus 3 into x minus 3 equals 40. Okay. So this is entirely different from the previous question since it is already in the factorization form, right? Okay. So in the simplest way you can write this one. So which can be written as, see here, but here it should be equal to 0. Then only you can use that rule, right? The right hand side if it is 0, you can use the 0 product rule, you can solve here. But here number is given most important. So you cannot directly write x plus 3 like that, okay? So what you are supposed to do here, you are supposed to multiply here. So then you can solve this and you will be getting the right solution. So x square minus a plus b to a minus b, even in that that identity also you can use it. So which can be written as a square minus b square, which is equal to 40. So which implies 3 square, right? So x square minus 9 equals 40. So which implies x is equal to 40 minus 9 goes to that side become plus 9 x square. So which implies x square equal to 49. Okay. So you are supposed to find only the root of the equation. Here x variable used, so only x value only we are supposed to find. So but here x is in the square form. So to remove the square, we are supposed to take square root. We are supposed to taking square root on both sides. Taking square root on both sides. So which implies right. So which implies x equals, you will be getting from the root, if you are taking, you will be getting both x value as plus or minus 7. Okay. If you are writing the value of 7 here, you will be getting both, the x value will be both positive as well as negative. So therefore the solution is x equal to plus 7 or minus 7. Most important sum. So keep it in mind. So you have to use the identity here, and then you have to take out the number to that side. Then x square you will be getting 49 by using the square root method. That is by taking square root you will be getting the x value as both positive and negative value, which is what, plus 7 and minus 7. Okay, same like that we are going to proceed for the next sum. Here next question is question number 6, second subdivision. Here both the terms are not same with the different signs. Both are entirely different. So simple thing, we are going to multiply both. Right? That identity we have used here, we are going to multiply both. First take 3x and multiply this 2x. Then again take 3x to multiply this 3. Then 1, 2x, then 1, 3. Right? Okay? Already you know, you have learned in your previous classes as well as previous standard also. Okay. So first take out the number and multiply. 3 2s are 6. X into x, x square. Then plus into plus, plus. Then 3 into 3, 9. The next term is there, you have to write as it is. Then plus into plus, plus. 1 into 2, 2. Then write the x term. Plus into plus, plus. Write 3. 1 into 3, 3. Bring this 3 to this side, it becomes minus 3 equals 0. Right? Okay. Next, what we are going to do here, plus 3 minus 3 will get cancelled. Next, what will be left here? 6x square, 9x plus 2x becomes 7x. Right? 7x equals 0. Okay. So which implies what can be taken common in this, because no constant term here. So we cannot use I method, we cannot find the root of the equation in that method. So in this 2, we have only x square and x term alone here. So what we are going to do, the second sum, we did in the second sum, same like that we are going to proceed here. So in this 2x is common, so we are taking x common. One more is here left, which is what? 6x. 6x squared by x becomes 6x. Then use plus symbol, 11x by x equals 11 equal to 0. So then by using 0 product term, x equals 0 or 6x plus 11 equals 0. That is using 0 product rule. Right? Which implies x equals 0 or 6x equals plus 11 goes to that side, become minus 11. So which implies x equals minus 11 by 6. Which equals x becomes minus 11 by 6. Therefore the solution is x equals 0 or x equals minus 11 by 6. Clear? Right. Next question number 7, second subdivision. The question is x minus 4 the whole square plus 5 square equals 13 square. Okay, the first thing we are supposed to bring this in the quadratic form, which is what? Ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay. So here this is in the form a minus b the whole square identity. Right. So we are going to expand this using that identity, which is what? X square plus 4 square, then minus 2ab, that is 2 into a into b, right? Then 5 square can be written as 25, then bring this 13 square this side, it will be equal to minus 169. You should thorough this square value and cube value for making your sum easier, right? Okay. To consume your time, you must know all this. 5 square value is 25, 13 square value is 169. Okay. Now what I am going to do here is write this x square as it is. Then 4 square becomes 16. Then 2 4s are 8. Here minus sign. So minus 8x. Then what you will be getting, that is 9 minus 5, which is equal to 4. Then 6 minus 2, 4, 144. That is, the greater number sign here is minus. Right? You write as it is, which is equal to 0. Then here one number term. So check out whether there is any like term here. No x squared term, but number term is here. So combine this one and get the final value here. So which becomes x square. If you subtract this 16 from 144, what you will be getting? See here. So 14, 8, 3 minus 1, 2, here 1. Right? 128. So middle term as per the quadratic expression I am writing is minus 8x here. Then number term at last I am writing, which becomes minus 128, because 144 sign here is minus, 16 sign here is plus. If both plus and minus are, we are supposed to subtract the number. You have to use a greater number sign here, which is what? Minus 128 equals 0. Right? Okay. Then what I am going to do here is that I method now we are going to follow, because it is in the quadratic form. We have to find the root of the given quadratic equation. Okay. The coefficient x square is 1. Here constant term is minus 128. So we have to product that one. So multiply that one. So 1 into minus 128 becomes minus 128. Right? The middle term, which is what the sum, which is what minus 8. Okay. So how we are going to make the term here is just 264. Then here 232, then 2, 116, factorize it, right? Prime factorization. Okay. Then here 8, 16 into 8 becomes 128. Okay, we want to make into two numbers. Okay, with what two numbers, if we multiply, we will be getting 128 and we will be getting 8. Product, if you product the two number, we want to get 128. If you add or subtract that number, we want to get 8. So what I am going to do here is, with the 16, 8 I am going to do here. Right? 16 into 8. See here 16. This 2 2s are 4 2s 8. 16 8s are is 128. Then 16 minus 8 here is minus 8. So denominator minus 8 here means we want to put the, for the greater number only, we want to put the minus sign here. Here automatically we are getting minus 128 as the product. So it satisfies the condition. This minus 16 and 8 satisfies this minus 128 as well as minus 8. Okay. So now we are going to split the middle term into this number. Okay. So which becomes x square minus 16x plus 8x minus 128 equals 0. Okay. I am going to make this into two parts. So two terms, which implies I am taking x as common in this 2. The first term divided by x becomes x. Then use minus sign. Then 16x by x becomes 16. Then in this 2, I am going to take 8 as the common factor. The highest common factor only want to take it, which is what? 8. Then 8x by 8 becomes x. Then here plus sign, here minus sign, opposite sign. So we want to use only minus and opposite sign to this one. So which is what? Minus. Then 120 divided by 8. So 8 1 times, right? Then 48. 8 6 are 48, 16. Right? Which is equal to 0. Then in this 2 term, x minus 16 is common. So I am taking x minus 16 common outside. Then what is left here? X is left. Then here what is left here? Plus 8. So which is equal to 0. So which implies x minus 16 equal to 0 or x plus 8 equals 0 by 0 product rule. By 0 product rule. Right? Okay. So which implies the 16 goes to that side, it will become plus 16. This is what one solution. X equals plus 8 goes to that side, become minus 8. So therefore the solution is x equals minus 16 or plus 16 or minus 8. So you should be very careful in taking out and writing the answer. This is for the solution of this particular question.